Psalm 90 verses 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 12 to 13, 14, and 17. In every age, O Lord, you have been our refuge. You turn man back to dust, saying, Return, O children of men. For 1,000 years in your sight are as yesterday, now that it is past, or as a watch of the night. You make an end of them in their sleep, the next morning they are like the changing grass, which at dawn springs up anew, but by evening wilts and fades. Teach us to number our days aright, that we may gain wisdom of heart. Return, O Lord. How long? Have pity on your servants. Fill us at daybreak with your kindness, that we may shout for joy and gladness all our days. And may the gracious care of the Lord our God be ours, prosper the work of our hands for us. Prosper the work of our hands. The authorship of this psalm is credited to Moses. It gives us a glimpse into God's greatness and eternity as opposed to man's frailty. Verse 1 of Psalm 90. Lord, you have been our refuge through all generations. This statement makes the point that God is eternal and that humans come and go in a temporal world. In verse 3 you say, you turn man back to dust, when saying, Return, O children of men. This reminds us of Genesis chapter 2 verse 7, that we are made from dust of the earth and to dust we shall return. Moses declares, For 1,000 years in your sight are as yesterday, now that it is past, or as a watch of the night. This psalm reminds us who God really is. He is eternal, always was and will be. But we on the other hand can't measure up to God because we are limited to time and abilities. Our earthly life is limited. With the help of God our parents give us life. We come into this life as young energetic children. But as time marches on our frailness increases, which in itself is a humbling experience, until our body is unable to sustain life. It is then that our earthly life comes to an end, which marks the same time our eternal life begins. Verse 2, Before the mountains were born, the earth and the world brought forth, from eternity to eternity you are God.